Welcome, Barbarians! This is the update for Season 10, and I gotta say, I'm pretty happy with what I see. Let's talk over the changes from the PTR and some changes for the Barbarian that they didn't talk about. Couple excellent changes. The Crazy Brew Chaos perk now is affected by cooldown reduction, even though they increase the cooldown. This is one I really wanted to try, but without the cooldown reduction, it sucked. This is going to be better. Brains over Brawn got an increase for overpower damage. Excellent. Alternating Altercations also got a damage increase, which is going to make our upheaval even stronger. Chaos Unleash also got a buff. 10% for the critical strike chance and 100% increase for the critical strike damage. Mirrored Guard armor bonus has been decreased. That's okay. Barbarian Single Minded Fury gets a buff all around. The overpower chances increased by 10%. The bleeding duration is increased by 50%. I wonder if that's going to be enough. This was good for Rend, but I didn't see how far it could go. Maximum life got an increase, and the damage increase is also buffed. I definitely want to try this with Rend again. Deafening Chorus also got a buff, which is wild because I thought Deafening Chorus was already amazing. Now our Walking Arsenal bonus will last for 15 seconds instead of 10. That is an amazing buff. So this is going to last longer. Walking Arsenal, they're clearly trying to make this a better playstyle. I like it. Delayed Extinction gets a massive nerf. Previously, Mighty Thorn Steel Grasp now gain multiplicative damage instead of cooldown from cooldown reduction, and their damage increased by another 125 to 250%. Now it reads it still gets the multiplicative damage instead of cooldown from cooldown reduction, and their damage is increased by another 25%, and weapon mastery skills gained 15 to 35% bonus damage. That is a massive nerf to Mighty Throw, but an increase to potentially Deathblow and Rupture. Our new unique sword, Saber of Tuskhelm, passive damage decrease, but the active bonus an increase. So we'll see how this has to play out. That's not too bad. Hellhammer gets another buff, which is amazing. I'm definitely looking to try out Hellhammer. It literally gets doubled. Hooves of the Mountain God. Fury Drain is now capped at 40 Fury per second. I really want to see how this plays with my Flay build. The best change is to the Tuskhelm. The Tuskhelm used to be the go-to. It was awesome. Then they changed it, and now it's getting changed again, and I think it's better. What I like about the Tuskhelm is before you only had a chance to become more enraged, gaining the 35% increased damage. Now, when you gain Berserking after you're already Berserk, you just gain more damage. 35 to 50%. 6 Fury per second, and 10% cooldown reduction. That is so awesome. This is now going to be a helmet that is going to be worth getting and going to be worth using. I am so excited for this change. Double Swing, this is an easy way to proc this. You already gain Berserking all the time. This will be going off all the time. This is awesome. I am super excited for the change to the Tuskhelm. They finally made it viable. And the Brash Paragon node, damage reduction versus close, is now changed to damage reduction versus elites. A couple changes worth mentioning that were in the PTR. Two-handed sword expertise. Now you just get the 30% increased bleed damage. Amazing. Unconstrained. Now once you are below 80% health, you will always be berserking and always have 30% damage reduction. This with Mirrored Guard was going to be excellent. Unbridled Rage gets a small buff from 45 to 50. I think that needs to be increased more. Walking Arsenal also gets a buff. Now, once you have all three bonuses active, you become unstoppable and have 45% attack speed. Battle Mad gets a slight buff of 30 to 60. Ancestral Forces, Hammer the Ancients, gets a massive buff from 5 to 30, from 25 to 60. Wanton's Rupture is absolutely amazing. I tried this in the PTR and I loved it. Double your Rupture Skewer radius, and all bleed durations are increased by 30 to 60%. The Battle Trance also gets a much needed buff with an increase to strength instead of damage reduction. Max Fury, as we're going to use this with the Magnum Opus, which is perfect, and we get more ranks of Frenzy. Very excited for the new Hellhammer, as we just spoke about earlier. And for the Paragon board, Flawless Technique. Consecutive attacking with the same weapon increases your critical strike chance by 15% and your critical strike damage by 30% for 4 seconds. As long as you keep it on one weapon, you're going to get this bonus all the time. The Carnage node. Berserking now additionally grants 15% attack speed, and you gain 30% increased fire and physical damage. A great addition with the Ugly Bastard helmet. We have 2 nodes, Bloodbath and Brash, that now have 3% resistance to all elements, which is definitely needed. And one final piece of Chaos armor for the Barbarian is the Magnum Opus. This season, I think, is going to be the season of dual wield and Magnum Opus for the most part. This is an awesome piece of Chaos armor. Overall, Season 10 looks amazing. I am very excited for Season 10. I think this season is going to be one of the better seasons. Season 4 was amazing. Season 2 was amazing. I enjoyed the Witchcraft season. I think this season actually might be better with the Chaos armor and with all the possibilities that you can make for your build and how they're just increasing the game. They also said in their live stream that Season 11 is going to have masterworking and tempering changes. So I also look forward to that. I am really, really pumped for Season 10. I can't wait to give this a try on Tuesday. All right, guys. I'm going to make a starter build for Season 10, and I look forward to playing on Tuesday. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.